الحمد لله الذي خلقنا لعبادته وأمرنا بعمارة أرضه ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وعلى من تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين أما بعد فأوصيكم عباد الله ونفسي بتقوى الله قال جل في علاه ولقد وصينا الذين أوتوا الكتاب من قبلكم وإياكم أن اتقوا الله. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, fellow believers, indeed among the greatest objectives of our true religion, Islam, is the preservation and the continuation of the offspring, children. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created us from male and female so that we may contribute to the continuity and growth of humanity through righteous offspring, children who will worship their Lord, bring goodness to the earth, serve their country, and build their society on lofty values. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, وَاللَّهُ جَعَلَ لَكُم مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا وَجَعَلَ لَكُم مِّنْ أَزْوَاجِكُمْ بَنِينَ وَحَفَدًا. And Allah has made for you from yourselves wives, and has made for you from your wives sons and grandchildren. And Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam has considered a woman's ability to bear children as among her greatest virtues and a reason for choosing her in marriage. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, he commanded us, تزوجوا الودود الولود فإني مكاثر بكم الأمم يوم القيامة. Marry the loving and the fertile woman, for I will be proud of you before the nations on the day of resurrection. So increasing offspring is both a religious obligation and a national responsibility. Righteous offspring are among the greatest contributions a person can make to their country, to their homeland. They provide support in old age and serve as a treasure, a wealth for the hereafter. Indeed, they are part of the ongoing deeds whose rewards continue after a person's death. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, إذا مات الإنسان انقطع عنه عمله إلا من ثلاثة إلا من صدقة جارية أو علم ينتفع به أو ولد صالح يدعو له. That when a person dies, his deeds come to an end, except for three. That is the continuous charity and the beneficial knowledge, or a righteous child who prays for him. Servants of Allah, brothers and sisters, Ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the means of increasing offspring are numerous and varied. There are so many ways, and among them is early marriage for young women and men, azawaj mubakkira. And Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam has encouraged the shabab, the youth, to marry. When he said, Ya ma'ashara shabab, man istata'a minkumul ba'ata falyatazawwaj, fa innahu aghaddu lil basar wa ahsanu lil farj. O young men, whoever among you has the ability to sustain a wife should marry. For in marriage, it is more effective in lowering the gaze and guarding the chastity. And he said to the wali of the woman, he said, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, إِذَا خَطَبَ إِلَيْكُمُ الْمَنْ تَوْرْضَوْنَ دِينَهُ وَخُلُقَهُ فَزَوِّجُوهُ إِلَّا تَفْعَلُوا تَكُنْ فِتْنَةٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ وَفَسَادٌ عَرِيضٌ. That if someone proposes to you who is religious and has a good character, proposes marriage to your daughter or who is under your responsibility, then marry her to him. If you do not do so, there will be a great turmoil and corruption on earth. So young man, ya shabab, we are calling the shabab, that you should accept marriage early, leaving behind what Satan, the wasawis of shaitan, may whisper to you, or what you may hear from some friends, that marriage is an obstacle to enjoying life. that marriage is a useless responsibility. This is from Shaitan. And that circumstances have changed and conditions have altered. And to the women, our religion calls us that you should not refrain from marrying someone who is suitable for you, claiming that you are busy with your studies or that you have time for work. Rather, sister, hasten to get married. For in marriage, comfort, tranquility, love, and mercy is involved. And in marriage is a protection for you, both of you, from falling into haram and bearing burdens and sins. And beware of delaying having children after marriage, or being content with 1 or 2 children for fear of spending too much or fearing a lack of provisions. These are strange customs in our society and religion, and contrary in opposition to the law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when Allah has promised, Inna Allah huwa razzaq. Allah is the provider. He said, Nahnu narzuqukum wa iyyahum. We provide for you and for them. So brothers and sisters, provision is not in our hands. Instead, it's in the hands of Allah. And every child is born with their sustenance decreed for them while they're still in their mother's womb, when an angel was sent by Allah to blow the soul, and everything has been written. Also, among the means that help in increasing childbirth, having children, are paying attention to reproductive health, conducting medical and genetic tests before marriage, and benefiting from medical assisted reproduction techniques according to the approved controls and conditions. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ has said, Tadawaw fa inna Allah azza wa jalla lam yada' da'an illa wada'a lahu dawa. Seek treatment, for Allah Almighty has not created a disease without also creating a cure for it. So servants of Allah, among the means that Islam has prescribed to achieve the goal of preserving and increasing offspring is polygamy. Ta'addud al-zawjat. For those who are capable of it and committed to justice in its practice. As Allah said in the Quran, He commanded us, فَانْكِحُوا مَا قَبَلَكُمْ مِنَ النِّسَاءِ مَثْنَى وَثُلَاثَ وَرُبَاعَ. Then marry those that pleases you from other women, 2 or 3 or 4. In this way, it will increase the offspring and extends the generation, and it also protects our daughters, our sisters, and relatives from being single. For a woman, listen sisters, for a woman to be with a husband who takes care of her, preserve her dignity, and protects her honor, even if she is a 2nd or 3rd or 4th wife, is better for her than falling into the challenges of remaining single, unmarried. So be aware of the reality and hasten to the causes of the growth of your families and the multiplication of your offspring. And obey your Lord, obey your Prophet and your ruler in accordance with the saying of Allah, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, ati'ullah wa ati'ur rasulahu ila amri minkum, aqulu qawli hadha, astaghfirullah li wa lakum, wa lisa'il muslimin, fastaghfiruhu innahu huwal ghafurur rahim. Alhamdulillahi haqqa hamdih, wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammadin nabiyyi wa abdih, wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man tabi'a hajahu min ba'dih. Amma ba'd. O servants of Allah, family growth and population increase is a national mission that contributes to the facing challenges, achieving accomplishments, and supporting the stability, development, progress, and prosperity of nations. This is the responsibility of every young man and woman. The continuation of the current reproductive situation poses a grave threat to humanity, negatively impacts the population structure, weakens economic development, increases social and health burdens, reduces the ability to compete globally, and greatly affects development. That is why Sheikh Saeed, Al-Irham, the founder of this country, he once said, Inna hadha al-khalala ma zala yumathilu halatan khatiratan tuhaddidu istiqrara mujtama'ina wa masir ajyalina wa la budda an ya'iya kullu fardin min abna'il watan annahu mas'ulun mas'uliyatan تضامنية كاملة مع الدولة في معالجة هذا الخلل وتصحيحه. That this defect still represents a dangerous situation that threatens the stability of our society and the destiny of our generation. Every individual among the sons of UAE, of Emirat, must realize that he is fully responsible in solidarity with the state, with the government, for treating and correcting this defect. Therefore, the government of this country, the wise leaders of this country, has created a new ministry called the Ministry of Family, with the aim of strengthening family formation, raising birth rates, and achieving stability and societal cohesion. So strive, O servants of Allah, for that which will achieve the objectives of your religion and the interests of your country, and realize the wisdom of your Lord's law, for He the Most High has said, addressing you, وَمَا كَانَ لِمُؤْمِنٍ وَلَا مُؤْمِنَةٍ إِذَا قَضَى اللَّهُ وَرَسُولُهُ أَمْرًا أَن يَكُونَ لَهُمُ الْخِيَرَةُ مِنْ أَمْرِهِمْ وَمَنْ يَعْصِ اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ فَقَدْ ضَلَّ ضَلَالًا مُبِينًا. That it is not allowed, it is not for a believing man and woman, that when Allah and His Messenger have decided a matter, that they should thereafter have any choice about their affair. And whoever disobeys Allah and His Messenger has certainly strayed into clear error.